Hey guys, what's going on? Got another video. This one is top 25 Mike Tyson best knockouts. Um, we'll see. He had a lot of knockouts. He had 44. Really should have been 45. The Peter McNeely fight was ruled a disqualification when his idiot corner man came in because he was getting his ass beat by Tyson in the first round. Would have been a knockout. Should have been a knockout. He was out of it pretty much. But anyway. Uh, we'll probably see that on here because it was brutal what he did to the guy, even though it's technically a disqualification win. Anyway, Mike Tyson is the reason I became a boxing fan. Back in 1995, right after he got out of jail, I the first pay-per-view I sat and watched was the fight against Peter McNeely. Actually, I could not wait for it, and I just got interested in boxing by watching Mike Tyson, and I had seen some of his fights or clips of his fights before then. I mean, I was only 12 years old in 1995, so I didn't know much about boxing other than what my grandfather had talked about, and I saw him watching it quite a bit because he was always into boxing. But anyway, Mike Tyson is the fighter that got me interested, and I have been ever since. So anyway, let's just get into these. These will be a lot of fun. I've seen every one of these many times. I have been a huge Tyson fan since 1995, like I say. So anyway, my first boxing memory comes from Mike Tyson. That will probably be on here, and I will review. I will go through that when it comes up. So anyway, let's just get into it. These will be a lot of fun to see again. All right.
Heavyweight champion and the current defending WBA heavyweight champion of the world. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
All right, guys. Sorry. All right, just making sure I'm still in the view here.
Not throw wild punches.
Big left hook. And there is Jeff down. 3, 4. The count is 5.
The rest.
The count is 7. This one is over.
Yeah, I think that was a first rounder. Yeah, a lot of first round knockouts. That was Sammy Scoff. This is Mike Jamison. I can name these as they come on because, like I say, I've seen them so many times. Back in the VHS tapes, back when I really got into boxing, Mike Tyson is the person that got me into boxing. I was kind of a casual fan for about 4 or 5 years, actually, but I always made sure to see his fights and the top guys, of course, for that many years. Year 2000 is the time I really remember getting like religiously obsessed with boxing. So that's when I started ordering, VHS tapes from people off eBay. They used to sell fights and stuff. Tyson, of all the guys coming up, of the old fighters. So I got those and just watched them. So I have seen all of his old fights as well before I actually got into boxing. So I can pretty much name these as they go. I believe that was Mark Young, another first-round knockout. This is Steve Zowski. This is a third-round knockout, and he is just absolutely punishing these people. He just had at this time, we had never seen a guy with this much power and speed combined, especially in the heavyweight division. You had guys that were very powerful, but they were, kind of methodical. They were kind of looping their punches like George Foreman, very powerful fighter, not anywhere near the speed or defense or skills of Tyson. And this was Donnie Long right here. And, of course, Muhammad Ali was fast as lightning, but he was nowhere near as powerful as Tyson. I mean, those are just two examples. Tyson had everything, the power and the speed, and you see the speed right there. It's just insane. But, I mean, he destroyed this guy. Yep, left hook coming right there. Yep, that was another first rounder. So I'll turn this up a little bit. I don't want it to be too loud because I know you couldn't really hear me on some of I believe the Jordan and the Kobe Bryant highlight reel I did. I can't really hear me. I had the video up way too loud, so I'm trying to trying to learn this, guys. Just bear with me. I believe this was Sterling Benjamin. That was another first rounder. He's had so many first round knockouts early on in his career, especially. Robert Collet. I mean, his head could have popped off. I mean, look at this. Boom. Look at the way his neck was mounted right there. I'm surprised he's even getting up. That's amazing that he even got up. Oh wow, this is Reggie Gross right here. This is amazing. All the blocking. He gets hit a few times, but not much. He got hit with an uppercut there. He just bided his time. That guy was just throwing like crazy. He was bobbing and weaving, and then just caught him. He gets him here. Yep. Right up against the rope. He just, I mean, again, it seems like his head could have just popped off the way he hit him and the way it fell back. I can't believe the guy's standing. And he's arguing. That's crazy. He took some shots there. Frank Bruno, this is the second fight between these two. So, all right, guys. So I just got to tell you this story on this fight. This was in March of 1996. This was his third fight back since being released from prison. In 1995, he had the McNeely fight, and then Buster Mathis Jr., I believe, was in December of 95. And then this was his first shot at a title at the time, against Frank Bruno, who I believe was the WBA champ at the time. And, you know, my grandfather, me, our whole family, my uncle had a big screen TV, the only one in the family that had one at the time, and we would always watch the pay-per-views over at his house, actually. So it was all of us, and at this time, I was playing basketball a few weeks earlier, and I, fell right on my ankle, sprained it. I was on crutches, so, we were watching this fight, and of course, I was rooting for Tyson. Tyson was my favorite fighter, always has been since I got into boxing, and he, once he opened up and started with those combinations and he won the fight, I was sitting in my chair, and I had my whatever leg it was, I believe it was the right one, and I just started jumping up, but I had to hop because I was just so happy that he won, and won in the fashion that he did, and I had to just celebrate, but I couldn't jump very well, so I just had to hop on the one foot that was good at the time. But it was just a very funny memory, and I remember him dropping to his knees, thanking God as soon as this fight ended. You probably see it here, but anyway, I just wanted to tell a little funny story about this fight specifically. I've got so many memories of Tyson, as a kid and everything. He messed Bruno up. There it is, right there. Bruno was scared to death of this man. If you remember their first fight in '89, Bruno crossed himself about 40 times before the fight, and he might have done it there too. I don't remember. Ooh, that's okay, ball face. That over there. I couldn't think of the guy's name. Yeah, that guy actually went 10 rounds with him, and he did get the knockout in the last final round in the 10th, right here. Yeah, that guy could take some punishment. He did stay with him for 10 rounds, shocking Darrell Biggs, knocked him out at 7. He just punished him. And that was the fight where afterwards Tyson was saying he was moaning like a woman in there. He was weak. Every time he hit him, he could hear him groan. It was just crazy. And he loved to hurt people. I mean, look at that. That was it right there. Just a left. He didn't even get a lot of leverage on it. I mean, okay, boy, Lorenzo Boyd. I couldn't remember who this guy was. But yeah, that crazy hook to the body, and then the uppercut. Oh, that was killer. That was a crazy combination from him back then. And this, okay, Richard. Yeah, this one was a very difficult fight to find back in the day, actually. It was, every time I would get it on a VHS tape from someone, it was always horrible quality, I remember. So that was one that was kind of always difficult to find. They've got it in perfect condition now. Thank goodness for YouTube. Just, we have access to these great fighters and these fights from years back. Here's the first Bruno fight. He went 5 rounds with him in this one. The other one only lasted 3. But and this was Tyson's first fight after getting rid of his longtime trainer at the time, Kevin Lee. And he did get hit in that fight against Bruno, the first one. As a result of it, he was not training like he should have been at that time, but he did come out with a win. That was the Buster Matthews fight. Come on. Sorry, my dog. Yeah. 3rd round. Got everybody in 3 rounds a lot of times. That was on national TV, Fox. Yeah. Oh, Michael Johnson. Yeah, this was another one that I think was hard to find. It seems like. Yeah. Oh, he puts a right hand. Oh. Sit down. What are you getting up for? I don't know why you would ever get up. Oh my God. Oh, Pinklin Thomas. Yep. Okay. Crazy combination. He got him with like 10 punches. Look at that. Puts him as the left hook finishes. I know that. He just that might have been the best combination of his career to finish a fight that he ever produced. Oh, 30-second fight. Marvis Frazier, son of Joe Frazier, of course. This was on ABC TV. In the daytime, back when fights used to come on Saturday afternoon in the daytime. On national television. Lucy, would you stop? Come here. Okay, I'm sorry guys, my dogs are just acting crazy, you know how they are. That was he just laid Frazier out completely. This is Carl Williams. This was a 2nd round knockout. This was the fight before the Buster Douglas fight. He just sets him down. He sends him flying over to the rope. That is crazy. Just crazy power. And the thing is, this is the Etienne fight. That was 49 seconds. Funny thing about this, Tyson, after the fight was, this was the first fight after he got the face tattoo in 2003. He was just, after the guy was interviewing him, I believe it was, I don't think it was Jim Gray, who it usually was, but he was, Mike Tyson just jumped on the mic immediately and was like, I couldn't train the way I wanted to because I broke my back. It's like he's desperately trying to explain to us why it took him 49 seconds to get rid of this guy. He's like, this was a horrible, he didn't say the words that this was a horrible performance, but just the way he was acting on the microphone was like, I couldn't train the way I wanted to. I only had 1 or 2 weeks of training. I broke my back, and it's like, calm down, dude. You got him in 49 seconds. It's okay. He's just explaining why it took so long. It seemed like it was just hilarious. But anyway, he disposed of that guy. That was the first fight after the Lewis fight in 2002. This was Botha. Botha was actually winning this fight, but he just put every bit of his weight into that one and just caught him. He just had that leverage. He got his whole body into the punches a lot of times. I mean, he just had so much power. I mean, and he knew how to access it perfectly. He wasn't just throwing and winging punches. Not a brawler at all. Just, so much skill and speed and everything. Larry Holmes. He wanted to destroy this guy for Larry Holmes beating Muhammad Ali the way he did years after Ali was way past his prime, of course. But he really wanted to hurt Larry Holmes, and he did. This is the end right here. He lays him out. Now see, those punches, he wasn't even really getting his body into them that much. But, he just keeps on throwing, and he's got so much power in general. Look at that. He's off balance, kind of, and he still gets people. And he laid him out. First title win. Youngest heavyweight champ of all time, right here. 2nd round. Kind of left hook, yep. Kind of delayed reaction, and he cannot get up. Keeps falling back down. Mm,
He's got the heart, but
crazy.
his body won't let him do what his mind wants to. Boom, and the knockout.
There it is.
Bill's Wade counted him out to 10.
20 years old.
Watch the finishing blow.
Mm.
Crushing right hand.
I think Burbick was, I mean,
And a right hand right in the temple.
this wasn't a rare thing, but, you know, Burbick, I think, was scared to death of Tyson as well as, like I said, Bruno was, but that pretty much fits everybody. Back in the days, everybody was scared to death of this man. He had him beat before he ever stepped in the ring. Okay, so this is the Michael Spinks fight, guys. This one lasted 91 seconds. Just another little funny memory of mine. So this was in June, I believe, of 1988. So I was 5 years old at the time. I knew nothing about Tyson or boxing. I knew the name Mike Tyson. That was it. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, my grandfather was a huge fan of boxing. So he was the only one with HBO at that time. HBO was somewhat of a new thing, I believe, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, I was over at his house to watch the fight. I was, staying over there that night. I was over there to watch the fight specifically, from what I can remember. But of course, I'm 5 years old, so I fall asleep way before the fight happens. It was probably very late at night when it came on, especially for a 5 year old. But anyway, when it's getting close to starting, he's in the room trying to wake me up so I can see it. And of course, you can guess what happens when he comes back out. The fight's over. It only lasted 91 seconds, so he missed the whole thing. And that's my earliest boxing memory ever of Tyson or anything to do with boxing. And it's very fitting that it had to do with Mike Tyson, who I would grow to love as a fighter, and he would be my all-time favorite. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. Just so many memories of these Tyson fights, of me being at a young age and everything. So, but anyway, he really destroyed this guy. Gets him with a body shot, sinks him to the floor, and he finishes it up right now. And Michael Spinks was undefeated at the time. And I believe this was his last fight. He never fought again actually after this. Or maybe he had one more or something, but he did not. And he hit his head on the canvas there. I mean, 91 seconds. This was for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And of course, we know Michael Spinks had beaten Larry Holmes years earlier. He beat him. Did he beat him twice? It seems like he fought him twice, and he beat him both times. But anyway, so absolutely no joke at all. Michael Spinks, a great fighter, but just no match for Mike Tyson. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing those again. It's been quite a while since I've watched any Tyson highlights. Of course, he's been gone for a long time now from boxing. He did have the one exhibition fight a few years back against Roy Jones. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and just join the family. God's Mafia. I am out.